Welcome to the Educating Kids and Connecting Families podcast. I'm your host, Christine Furman, a homeschool mom, entrepreneur, and educator with over 20 years of experience in the areas of elementary and special education. It's my mission to provide your family with encouragement, inspiration, and connection. I'll equip you with resources and expert advice to help you effectively educate your kids in a fun and meaningful way. If you value education, quality family moments, and community, you're in the right spot. We'll discuss all things parenthood, education, homeschool, ways to balance it all, and so much more. Join us each week as we empower you to raise kind, confident, and independent kids while building community and connection. Welcome to episode 50 of Educating Kids and Connecting Families. First, I just want to start out by saying thank you. Thank you for allowing me to bring 50 episodes to you. I cannot wait to see where the next 50 episodes take us. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I am your host, Christine Furman, and happy holidays, everyone. We are in full Christmas mode over here. All the things, the decorations, the gift giving, baking, and holiday activities, parties, all the things. And I know, though, that this time of year can be an opportunity for joy, happiness, but there also could be these moments of sadness, stress, overwhelm. And I just want to say that I see you all and I feel you, and I'm going to send you a huge hug wherever you are this holiday season. And I am just wishing you the absolute best this season. Well, today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you a few holiday activities and ideas to help make memories this holiday season with less stress and no overwhelm. So lots of fun, lots of joy, lots of happiness with you and your family, and very minimal things that you guys have to do. Okay. So I just want to know, do you and your family enjoy any special holiday activities? Maybe a musical, maybe a movie, maybe a special show or an event. I would love to know, what are some of those things that you enjoy this holiday season? Feel free to join us in that Facebook group, Educating Kids, Connecting Families. And another thing that I'm going to share today is we're going to follow up our discussion from last week regarding decluttering, especially around the holiday season. We are in full swing with our minimalist game where we're decluttering one item a day for 21 days in December. And it's so much fun. So if you guys want the link to that, be sure to check out episode 49 because the link is over there. And today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this conversation, but in a different way. I'm going to be sharing some experience-based gifts for you and your family. Again, helping to reduce the clutter of what comes into our home and being able to make these memories through experiences, whether they're a gift that you give your children, maybe it's something that your family gifts your children, or you as a family as a whole, instead of a lot of gifts and a lot of things and stuff coming into your home. So I know that this time of year can be exciting for all, especially our kids, right? They're super excited for the holiday parties, events, special, holiday theme days, ugly sweater day, or dress like your favorite holiday movie character, presents, and then time off school. Whether you're homeschooling, whether you are in public school, or maybe you're a stay-at-home mom and your kids are in daycare, whatever that looks like, there's probably going to be a couple days off with your kiddos. And for us, we're going to be excited as adults, but there might be this mixed in feeling of stress. And maybe that's a financial stress, or maybe that's emotional stress of how are we going to fit all of this in? December's only 1 month and there's hundreds of things that need to be done during this month. How do we do this? And then the financial stress of gift giving. Well, today we're going to unpack some of these stressors and how can we reduce them? How can we gift give in a more financially smart way? How can we gift give experiences so there's less stuff? And how can we make these memories that are very simple and easy? And I'm going to share those with you. So I know that we enjoy this holiday season with our kids and we're going to be soaking up all of these memories, right? That's really what matters the most is just that time with our kids and just watching their face light up. I mean, reading a story with them, cuddling up on the couch, watching a movie with the fireplace on, going to, a breakfast with Santa or any kind of a holiday event, whatever that may be, going to see the Christmas lights, right? Most of these things are free. Most of them don't cost a lot. Breakfast with Santa, it all depends where you're going to go. But driving around in the car, listening to Christmas music and watching and looking at the Christmas lights, free. And it's so fun and full of joy. At least I know for me, I love that. Even when I'm driving now, this time of year, I'm just like, oh, look at those lights over there and look at those. Or maybe it's like I said, snuggling up on the couch. Another idea that you can do to really slow down and enjoy that quality time, in addition to snuggling on the couch, watching your favorite holiday movie, whatever that may be. And I would love to know that. What are some of your favorite holiday movies? And make a hot chocolate bar. Grab some hot chocolate, get some peppermints, mini marshmallows. You don't need a lot of things. And just say, hey, we're going to make a hot chocolate bar and we're going to have hot chocolate. Maybe you make some popcorn and you snuggle up on the couch, Christmas trees lit, watching a favorite Christmas movie. My favorite kind of evening for sure. Definitely helps me to slow down, enjoy the time with my family, be absolutely present, put the phones away and say, like, this is quality family time. Those are the memories that are going to last a lifetime. Some other things that you may want to do are making cookies together. And again, these moments, they may be messy, they may take a little bit longer, but just enjoy the process with your kids and just build in that extra time for making the cookies, but also the extra time for cleaning up. And the good thing is, you can teach your kids how to clean up their messes too, right here while we're making cookies. And it's all part of their life skills that they are going to need later on in life. So, making those cookies, getting in the kitchen, baking. And I'm a huge advocate for educational components. So, talking about measurement, reading the recipe, talking about time, and all of these things, fractions, while you're baking the cookies and making it fun. It doesn't have to be a huge lesson, but it could be like, hey, this says 1/2. If I have 1/2 cups, how many would I need to make a cup? Very simple, but it's starting to get their mind thinking about fractions. And you can talk about time and how long is it going to take to bake something in the oven. So many things that you can do right in your own home that essentially don't cost anything. And you're just making the memories because who are the memories for? The memories are not for social media. The memories are not for everyone else to see. They're for you. They're for your kids, for your family to enjoy. So keep that in mind as you start navigating this holiday season. It is not about how many events can you attend? How many things can we buy? How much time away from the home? Think about turning inward and bringing that time back to the home and enjoying your family because that's who it's really about. So, while you are making these cookies, think about gift giving at the same time. So, you could be making memories and be using these cookies or chocolate covered pretzels or any kind of sweet treats for a holiday gift, right? Right now, we do sourdough, so it could be cinnamon rolls or it could be donuts, it could be loaves of bread, so many different things. But think about them as gifts because here's something too. It's kind of like an experience, right? A food experience where we're not giving things, but we're giving something useful. So, a gift for your teacher, a gift for the neighbors, for your family. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about these food kind of gifts later on. But what I want to share is I do have a famous sugar cookie recipe that is in the holiday collection. So remember when I was talking about making this less stressful for you? Well, in our EduPlay Learning Holiday Collection, I put all of this into a box and send it directly to your house. And all you do is open it up, and there are crafts in there. There are songs to sing. There are videos to watch with your kids. There are games. There are recipes, my sugar cookie recipes in there. That one is always a hit. It is not healthy in any way, but it is a good sugar cookie recipe that I love and make every year with my kids. And there's crafts in there too. So I'm going to share with you one of the crafts that's in there that is a very simple craft that you can do at home. You don't even need a lot of supplies, 4 or 5 different supplies, and you may have them already lying around at home. So you can do this craft at home. But if you are looking for a very simple and easy way to do crafts like this for kiddos ages, I would say 2 to 5, 2 to 7, it all depends on your kiddos. And it just is so much fun to be able to say, I don't have to, go on Pinterest and look for activities. I don't have to go and Google any recipes. It's all done for you. So here's the craft that I was talking about. So it's a reindeer craft. Very, very simple. It's a clothespin, a brown pipe cleaner, a red pom pom, and some Google eyes. All right. And let me walk you through this. And again, if you are interested in a craft like this and others, definitely check out the holiday collection. I will be tagging it in the show notes below, and reach out to me if you have any questions. But this is the perfect gift to give to others. Maybe a grandparent can give it to their kids. Again, experience-based gifts. You're making memories, and or you could gift this to someone else or get it for your child. All right, so you're going to take the clothespin, and you could either leave it the color that it is or paint it brown, or even just use a marker or a crayon and color that clothespin brown. Okay. You may even be able to buy brown clothespins, but just the regular wooden clothespins are what I use. And then I just color them or paint them. Then what we're going to do, through that metal hole in the clothespin, we are going to put the brown pipe cleaner, and we are going to twist it and make antlers. Then we are going to glue or use a glue dot and put the red pom pom at the end, and then use another glue dot or glue and put eyes on it. And now you have a cute little clothespin reindeer. And if you are looking for instructions for this, it is in the YouTube channel, EduPlay Learning Activities for Kids. And the whole instruction will be there on how to make this craft. But if you're looking for this and many more, definitely reach out, because we have so many more fun activities just like this that are super simple, that there's a video you get to watch and you get to see how do we make this, and you get to do it with your kids. So just keep that in mind. All right. Some other Christmas activities or ideas that may be something to make those memories, right? One of the things for me that comes to my mind, we are from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And one of the events that I love to do around Christmas time is go ice skating around the Christmas tree in the city. I'm sure there are plenty of places that you can go ice skating, maybe around a Christmas tree or just ice skating in general. But to me, it's one of those fun moments. We're in the middle of the city, the Christmas tree's all lit, and you're just going around in a circle trying to stay up, right? But I don't know, that is just one of those memories that I just love. And I don't go every year. I may say I would like to go, but we don't always go, and that's okay. When we do go, it's so special. I know they have that in New York City, but I'm sure there are other places as well that have things like that. I mean, you see them in all the Hallmark movies, right? Where you have the Christmas tree in the center and people are ice skating around. So maybe that's a fun Christmas and holiday activity. Maybe it's something you do after Christmas, in between that week for Christmas and New Year's. And stay tuned, because next episode, I am going to share with you, how do we survive Christmas break with our kids? Because it's about 2 weeks off, right? With our kids. And what do we do with them all week? So stay tuned to episode 51. That is coming up, and I'll be sharing all about that. All right. A few other ideas. Maybe Christmas crafts. Maybe it's not the craft like I was talking about, but maybe it's like knitting or crocheting. I've seen these super cute little crocheted stuffed animals that are snowmen or Santas or reindeer, and they have instructions that are with them. I mean, we've seen them at Walmart, we've seen them at the craft stores. I'm sure they're on Amazon. So, those are some things that you can think about as well. Another idea that I have that I was hoping to do it this year, but I'm not quite sure I'm going to be able to do it, but taking trees and like we just had a disaster area in Augusta, Georgia. So Hurricane Helene came and knocked over a ton of trees. So what I did is I took some of those trees that were down and I have them and I'm going to cut them into small circles. So you could do bigger ones if you want, the whole tree trunk, or you could do little branches. And the activity that I'm thinking of is painting the flat surface of, let's say, a tree trunk, okay, a little bit bigger of a one. And it's something easy for the kids to do. You're just going to cut it into a couple inches thick and then paint it white or brown. You can make a reindeer with it. You can make a snowman with it. You can make a Santa with it. So, really just using things in nature as well. Maybe there's pine in your area and you can make some nice decor with the pine or holly berries, or I just love all that stuff. I'm not that kind of creative. I'm very creative with the kids' crafts, but I do love seeing the decor with the pine and the berries. And so that's another thing that you can do if you're very nature oriented. Just get outside and find things that you can use and, make your home smell very holiday-y and just enjoy making those crafts and those memories again, just hiking or whatever that may be. All right, we're going to get to the gift giving now. So I was talking earlier about food gift ideas, and some of the ideas are giving a gift in a mason jar. Like, how cool is that to either get a small mason jar or a large one and fill it with brownie mix and put a spatula tied around with a ribbon, and there's a gift. Super simple. Make brownies, have a spatula, you have a mason jar, boom. Easy, something that people can use. Pancake mix can go in that. I've done this before. Pancake mix and a bottle of maple syrup. I got it from a locally sourced farm. Actually, they're in New York, but the family was living here at the time. So I gave that one year, pancake mix and maple syrup. The other thing that I've done is like cookies, and I've filled a whole bowl. I just got like a mixing bowl and I put all the things that you would need to make cookies. So it was like a box cookie. So they could make cookies or they could just use this box cookie mix. I put cookie cutters in it. I put spatula in it, filled it up with green and red tissue paper, made it look really festive. And it, again, pretty inexpensive, but a very thoughtful gift that now they can take and make memories with. They can do something with that gift. And now they have supplies for their kitchen. You could do cakes with this. So many different ideas, gift giving in a mason jar. Another thing would be like favorite nuts or snacks and putting them in a jar. I've done this for Father's Day where we put chocolates or pretzels or nuts or, just kind of layered them in a mason jar. And then you can put fabric over the top. You can put a ribbon around it. And you can put a cute little tag on there and be able to use that as a gift. And again, thoughtful and meaningful. Another thing that I just thought of before I move on to the next thing are if you have kids, handprint or footprint crafts. So on a canvas, you could do a footprint, you could do a handprint, you could make it look like a reindeer, you could make it look like a snowman, you can make it look like Santa. So many different ideas and activities. If you need more of those ideas for a handprint or footprint craft, let me know because I've done those as well. And again, so thoughtful. You write a cute little saying on the side. There you go. You have a gift that is now a keepsake and it was just something so thoughtful. All right. Other baked goods or breads, like I was talking about, we do sourdough, and we were just gifted with ceramic loaf pans. And it's perfect because now I can make my sourdough, put it into the loaf pan, bake it, and then wrap that up in cute little paper and give that as a gift. And then they get to keep the loaf pan or they return it and say, hey, I'd love this again next year. It could go either way. Like, hey, if you don't feel like you're going to use that loaf pan, feel free to return it and I will make you another loaf at another time. So there's always that as well. Obviously, you don't want to take someone's gift, but there is that option as well. A tray of cookies. If you and your kiddos are making cookies, if that's the holiday tradition, I know in my family, we would have oodles and oodles of cookies. And we have since decreased all of them because we've realized one, we don't eat them all. It takes a whole day of cookie baking, maybe more, a whole weekend, really. And, especially if we're decreasing sugar in our diet, yes, all of these holiday cookies are so tasty and super yummy, but do we need all of them? Which ones are our favorites? Which ones do we want to bake because they're either easy to bake or they're a favorite of a lot of people? And making sure that we, can give those as a gift as well, because that's what we would do. We would make so many of them and put a tray of cookies together and then gift those cookies to neighbors and family. Other one is cinnamon rolls. I mentioned that earlier, making cinnamon rolls and then being able to gift those as well. Now we're going to talk about these experience-based gifts. So again, we've talked about food-based gifts, and I feel like those are nice gifts as well, or some kind of like a memory kind of a gift, a keepsake. There's so many different keepsake things that you can give as a gift as well. I've done like a blanket before and it had all the grandkids. You could do shirts with grandkids, garden flags, different things like that as you're giving gifts and thinking. So these are just some gift ideas that I'm thinking about right now as we are, kind of talking about this. But experience-based gifts, if you are really talking about decluttering things in your home, really not wanting a lot of toys coming into your home. Maybe you decluttered a ton of things and you're like, listen, we are good on toys. We have a ton of toys and we would like to limit the amount of toys that are coming in. Of course, I'm definitely not saying that our kids are not going to receive toys because they are, but also having these conversations with our kids ahead of time and letting them know that we're going to be really focused on gifts that are meaningful, that are useful, that are experienced. And they may not realize what that is at first, but the more and more conversation you have with them, the more they're going to be able to understand that. So here are some of the experience-based gifts that I thought of, but I would love to know some of the ones that you have as well. So some of them were a zoo, museum, science center memberships. So those are something that could be an annual pass and you can go at any time during the year, which I love because sometimes it's a rainy day and you're like, what do we do? Well, we got this membership pass. We can go to the museum or the science center. Trampoline park, I'm sure that they give away passes, or I don't really know how those passes work, but I'm sure you can buy a gift certificate for that. Movie passes, same thing there, a gift card for that. Another idea would be taking your kids or grandkids or whoever to a sports game. So it's like, you're talking to your parents and like, hey, what do the kids want for Christmas? Like, hey, you know what? We're trying to reduce toys or things in our lives, reducing the clutter. But it would be really great if you wanted to take them to a sports game, a hockey game, a football game, a basketball game, or whatever. Just spend time with them. Take them out to dinner, go to the game, enjoy time together, and that's their gift. So think about things like that in your area because every area obviously has different events and different sports and different things like that. Other thing to think about are holiday events or shows. Think musicals, parades, story time. It may not even be costly to go to some of these things. A parade like, hey, mom and dad, I would love for you to come to the parade with us and just enjoy the day with us. And that's our gift. We don't need anything else. So start thinking that way of like, what are some of the things that you can give or you can receive as an experience for your children or your family? Some other things I'm now thinking about our kids in our activities, whether homeschooling or not. But homeschooling families, there often are cooking classes or sewing classes or different field trips and experience based learning, right? Those are things that you can receive gift cards for, or just say, hey, we're going to start this little fund here for when these things come up throughout the year, dance or whatever your child's sport is, soccer, horseback riding, basketball, football. Hey, whenever this, sport comes up or this activity, it's a little bit costly. And we would love any, funds to go towards their activities for the year. Another thing would be summer camp. Obviously, it's not something that we're thinking about right now, but summer camp is something that you could ask for. Hey, the kids are going to go to this camp. It costs this much. If you're willing to donate anything for that or give a gift for that, there we go. There's a gift, And I know for our kids, it can be hard for them to see that as a gift. But again, it's just kind of a retraining. It's retraining our own brains, but also our kids and saying, you know what, when you go to camp this summer, you can say thank you to grandma and grandpa because they paid for camp this year. And really just being upfront and honest with them about the cost of all of the things. And they're then aware that these things are costly, and not in a negative kind of a way, but in a way that we didn't just send you there. You didn't just get to go there for free. So, all right, I digress. I'm sorry. Other things that you could, maybe ask for are curriculum for school, field trips, like I said, experience based learning, actual books, curriculum. I know for us, we're going to be asking for chapter books or different books that are in like heightening our learning experience in whatever area that may be. You can always, like I said, give the gift of EduPlay Learning. And that curriculum not only is a holiday collection and a holiday activity curriculum, but also it's curriculum for the whole year. So there's a preschool level, and then it just continues on up from there, toddler, preschool, kindergarten, and through the primary grades of school. So there's also that option. Well, today I just am so thankful to be here with you. And I just want to remind you, you don't have to spend a lot of money to make memories. You can do things that are in your home. You could do things that are free within the community. And it's really about the memories that we're making with our kids. And the toys, they're going to come and go. But these feelings and memories that you make around the holidays, those are what's going to last a lifetime. So if you're looking for even more ways to make memories without all the fuss, be sure to check out the EduPlay Learning Holiday Collections, full of activities, ideas, recipes, stories, crafts, and so much more. I will link that in the comments here below, and feel free to send me a DM on Instagram or Facebook for more information too. And I'd be happy to share more information about the EduPlay Learning Holiday Collections as well as the curriculum for the upcoming year. But share with your family, share and discuss this with your spouse, of course, as well. But share your desire for more experiences rather than stuff, if you're in alignment with that. And again, I'm not saying that the kids aren't going to get toys because they're definitely going to get toys. But if you could receive more experiences, it would reduce the amount of toys, it would reduce the amount of clutter, all the things, which then reduces the amount of mental clutter even in our homes. Because how many times do we look around and say, oh my gosh, there's stuff there, there's stuff there. If we reduce some of that clutter, it's helping to reduce some of that mental clutter as well. But be sure to check out episode 49 for more information on all of that decluttering. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's episode, I encourage you to share it with a friend and just share these gift giving ideas, especially around the holiday time. But be sure to join the Educating Kids Connecting Families Facebook group and share your favorite memory-making holiday activity that your family enjoys. And then I would love to know what other experience-based gifts you have and what are some of your other ideas that you have. Well, let's stay connected, build a supportive community for you and for the moms around the world. Looking forward to connecting with you soon. And one last thing, we are closing in on the first year of podcasting. I can't even believe it. It is so exciting to see this journey. And I am just so excited to have new things planned for you for next year. But I would love to know, how can I support you? How can I bring topics onto this podcast that you are excited to hear? So feel free to reach out to me directly or share in the Facebook group and join the conversation there. Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Educating Kids and Connecting Families podcast. I appreciate your support and cherish each and every listener. If you found value in this episode, download it, share with a friend, or leave a review. If you're interested in even more resources for you, activities for your kids, and connection, I encourage you to join our exclusive community, Educating Kids and Connecting Families with Christine Furman on Facebook. You can find the link and any other links mentioned in this episode in the show notes below. I'm looking forward to connecting with you and supporting your family.